Laker fans, what's going on? Great to see everyone. Lakers are 3-0. Don't look now. Sitting atop the Western Conference. Super exciting. Seen a lot of great things from this team early. Beat three really good teams that should be there at the end of the year in the Western Conference, and the Kings, Suns, and Timberwolves. Obviously, the Lakers are going to play these teams a lot, many more times, as evidenced Monday night. They got the Suns again in Phoenix this time. But just the fight of this team, this team feels different, even though it's a lot of the same pieces. It just watching them, they seem totally different. They seem more energized, and it's exciting. It's really been fun so far. So I'm gonna talk about three things today. I'm gonna talk about James Worthy, some comments he had after the game that I thought was really cool. JJ Redick, also the kind of the job he's done, and then we're gonna get into a little Suns preview. Obviously, the Lakers saw this team the other day, but game two should be interesting. Those games are always fun whenever the Suns and Lakers match up. But heading to my first topic, James Worthy compared LeBron AD to Batman and Robin. This is an excellent comparison. I mean, what do you say? These guys are unreal. I mean, LeBron, you can do a whole show on the fact that it's insane that he's 40 and he puts up 32 points, 14 boards, and 10 assists. He has 16 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's unreal. He's literally unbelievable. I can't say it on here, but there was a pretty funny thing that occurred when he was yelling at the bench for taking a corner three and said, "When I score 16 straight points, you pass me the blank ball." And he's right. When LeBron's on his heater, man, there's no one that can guard him. He is unbelievable. Anthony Davis, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, this year, Anthony Davis had his career low so far this year with 31 points last night. That shows you how good he's been. He had 36 night one, 35 night two, 31 last night. Never fewer than 8 rebounds, and he's just been a menace defensively and offensively, and it's just so cool to see him living up to that potential. And right now, obviously 3 games in, super early, but he's squarely in the MVP conversation and probably leading it. So when those two were together, and this is what I think was so frustrating all the last couple of years, is we see the talent this team has, and you have 2 dominant closers, 2 of the best closers in all of basketball, and it just felt like the supporting cast couldn't help out enough to where these guys had to do it all game. LeBron mentioned in post-game, he's like, it's unfair to ask me to score 16 points every quarter, dropping 40 a night. But what you can ask is, hey, you can kind of coast for most of the game, and then we're going to get to the fourth, and we're going to need you to take over. And that's exactly what happened. The rest of the bench and team kind of carried it until then, and that's when you have your stars show up. The Lakers had it done to them in the playoffs last year. The Nuggets kind of seemed to let it coast. Michael Porter Jr., a lot of other guys kind of picked up a lot of the slack throughout most of the game. And sometimes Jamal Murray and Jokic wouldn't even have huge first 3 quarters, and then they would go crazy in the fourth, and it would just kind of be a 2-man game. That's what the Lakers are doing this year because they're getting support from other pieces on the team, and it's super exciting. I mean, it's super exciting. 44-point fourth quarter with 16 of 20 shooting, 6 of 7 on threes by the Lakers. They had 14 assists on 16 baskets. I mean, unbelievable. Just what a performance. And you see, I saw a lot of people talking post-game about how if that was last year, the Lakers lose that game. They also lose the game against Phoenix and probably Minnesota because Darvin Ham's sitting with his hands in his pockets and not calling timeouts when the team goes on a run. He did it against Minnesota. JJ Redick called a timeout when they cut it to 4. Phoenix, the Lakers get down big. We're able to come all the way back. Last night, the Lakers get up big. JJ Redick's continually calling timeouts. The Kings come back and take the lead because they were just playing better than the Lakers. And JJ Redick's adjustments has just been astounding, outstanding. And he's been excellent. And I don't think anyone could have expected this 3 games in. And for everyone that was making fun of the Lakers for getting JJ Redick and getting a guy who's never coached before, I mean, he's been unbelievable. And I don't think the Lakers are 3-0 if Darvin Ham is head coach. I just think it's very simple. Still looking at last night, I mean, the contributions you got from whoever LeBron AD, Rui, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Austin Reeves, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. D'Lo, really nice to see him get going. He obviously struggled the first 2 games. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. And Dalton Knecht, 10 points and 1 assist. He's been outstanding coming off the bench. I mean, he's been the most reliable bench player outside of Jackson Hayes, who had a great year so far, and allowing AD to kind of not have that center production drop off when he goes out of the game. But Dalton Knecht out of the guards of Vincent and Christie has looked like the most calm and running the system and things like that. And this is his third game. And he's played 3 games in the NBA, and he's going to be really good. You can just see it on him. He's got that. I got to say, I saw him talking to the media. Snoop gave him the name Westside Connect, and he went with the fans with Connect 4. When Snoop gives you a nickname, you stay with that nickname. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. Like, Connect 4, that's cool. But, like, Westside Connect might be the greatest nickname ever. And I think he needs to roll with that. Not what his Instagram polls say. So that was just a quick little side note. But so it's great seeing the supporting cast just be excellent. Getting to JJ Redick. We mentioned on him a little bit earlier. He's been great. He's really been tremendous. D'Lo had this to say, and this is coming from D'Lo. This means a lot because D'Lo had problems with Darvin Ham. He's talked about how all offseason he's wanted to buy in a JJ system, and how he even apologized for his play last year and lack of effort sometimes. And I think the first 2 games he was getting crushed. He was the one guy on the team that wasn't playing well. He had a combined like 14 points over the first 2 games, 9 points and 5 points. So not very good showings. But he had this to say. He said JJ and his coaching staff are well prepared. I think that preparation is what's getting us these wins. There's obviously adversity and ups and downs throughout the game, but they find a way to adjust and respond and put our best players in the best position to find their niche throughout the game. There's always going to be ups and downs throughout the game, but we're preparing. We're still finding a way to get stops. We're still finding a way to execute the game plan. And then offensively, talent kind of takes over with that continuity and structure we have. This is a direct shot at Darvin Ham. He was saying, we didn't have that at all last year. They did a side-by-side. I talked about this in my last video a little bit on Bleacher Report of JJ Redick 2 games into the season against the Suns, drawing up plays in a huddle in the fourth quarter. And they showed Darvin Ham, who's been a coach forever, assistant coaches, and then with the Lakers a couple seasons, talking about how just go out there and fight. Go out there and play strong, not giving them any direction whatsoever. JJ Redick was a really good player in this league not too long ago. And was drawing up plays. And you just see the team loving him as a coach. I mean, you saw it after getting his first win. They doused him in champagne, and everyone is coming to his defense. Anthony Davis, LeBron, and I think it's important. It's not just LeBron, because everyone knows that it was LeBron's guy. People are like, "Oh, is this just a LeBron hire?" Anthony Davis, D'Lo, Austin Reeves. Everyone has talked about how important he's been and how pivotal he's been in these 3 wins. And it just seems like a team that enjoys playing together. So far this season, they feel a little bit like last year's Knicks. Last year's Knicks, you could tell, loved playing together. And they were all the Villanova guys, and they just loved playing for Tibbs, and it was kind of this fun atmosphere. The Lakers kind of feel like that a little bit. They feel like they're kind of the upstart underdog. People kind of just wrote them off, even though the Lakers have all this talent and kind of been mocking them all offseason because of the hire. And they're proving a lot of people wrong against a lot of the teams that people were talking mess about. I mean, the Lakers, looking at the Suns, we'll get to them in a second. Mike Budenholzer was the guy that everyone said the Lakers should hire. He went to Phoenix. Everyone was clowning the Lakers for not being able to get him, and Genie wouldn't pay the money and all these things. Well, they're 1-0 against him, and they got a chance to go 2-0 against him on Monday. So it's just so cool. Baron Davis also said he saw JJ watching film in a car wash. It's pretty awesome. He's like, he just never stops. He's so into this, and you can tell he's also not a pushover. He's not just kind of giving in to whatever the players want and the stars want. He's coaching everybody, including LeBron. And he's like, I'm the head coach and I'm taking input. And you can tell there's a lot of respect for JJ Redick because a lot of these guys played with him or against him. LeBron played against him. AD played against him. Jackson Hayes played with him on the Pelicans. So there's a lot of mutual respect there. And you can just tell JJ Redick mentioned in the game to connect the big 3 that started the fourth quarter when the Lakers were down 94-87. Connect made the big 3. He said he's going to start the fourth as a big shot. Are you ready to make a big shot? JJ asked him for the fourth, and Connect said, I'm always ready. Whew. That is exciting. The Lakers haven't had a sniper in a while. D'Lo's a sniper, but we know how kind of up and down D'Lo can be at times, and he can be electric. And D'Lo is a bona fide superstar scorer when he's putting the ball, when he's putting up the kind of shot output that will allow him to do that and kind of in his rhythm. Dalton Connect. I mean, we haven't had a guy that's just a spot up shooter and a guy who can knock down shots, and he doesn't lack confidence. And that's exactly what we want to see. And that's only going to keep growing as he keeps hitting big shots over the years. So looking at the Suns, obviously play this team the other day. Lakers got down big. They shot unreal in the first half, and then the Lakers were able to kind of claw their way back into it, and the Lakers started hitting shots. The first half, The defense wasn't on point for the Lakers, but then again, they were literally making everything, so it was kind of tough to destroy the Lakers. Lakers just kind of kept it within that margin of error and was able to claw their way back. The Suns beat the Mavs in their last game, 114-102. Kevin Durant has 31 points. Ryan Dunn, who's a rookie out of Virginia, he had a nice 13 points. He's been a nice player for them so far. He had a nice putback slam. Nurkic, 18. Tyus Jones and Monte Morris are kind of splitting time at the point guard spot. They each had 8 against the Mavs. Tyus Jones is starting. Monte Morris gets a lot of run. That's what the Suns have been lacking for years, is a true point guard, because Devin Booker doesn't really bring the ball up the floor. That's not what he does. He's better as obviously a shooting guard, off-ball scorer. So they really need those guys to step up, and Booker, that is usual, 21. Interesting is the Mavs, 11 guys played. Everyone except Bobo played in that game. So they're still kind of trying to find the rotation. It feels like Redick's really set on the rotations. It's just the 9 guys that have been playing. And Vanderbilt will obviously be playing when he comes back. And Christian Wood, I don't know how much time Christian Wood's going to get, because Jackson Hayes has been outstanding. I think you'll try to mix in Christian Wood because he is a really talented player. But he's been, Jackson Hayes has been excellent. I don't think that Jackson Hayes should just take a backseat just because Christian Wood's back. So obviously with this team, love to keep seeing AD dominate. He dominated Nurkic the first game. AD broke his streak against Domantas Sabonis. You know, he's doing this against elite defensive centers: Rudy Gobert, Nurkic, Sabonis, superstar, who was 10-0 against AD in the past. And it was cool seeing AD go up to him post game, and they kind of had a laugh, like, of all the narratives going on with that. But yeah, Suns going to bring it. It's going to be in Phoenix. Suns are a good team. Obviously going to get that one back that they felt like they kind of let slip away against the Lakers. But hey, Lakers go up 2-0. This is a big deal. I mean, these are tie-breaking games. I believe the Lakers play the Suns like 5 times. The Lakers already 1-0. Go get another one. These are big tiebreakers at the end of the year. You don't want to be in that play-in, and to get these wins against your Minnesotas, against your Kings, things like that, that's going to help, because it felt like a lot last year. The Lakers would win big games against the East, and they would blow these games to the West and their tiebreakers, and you're fighting, is it uphill battle when you're trying to get in and you're fighting the tiebreakers. So excited. Can't wait for the game. Looking for the Lakers to go 4-0. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you. Go Lakers.